You're watching E.T.N. Share and subscribe.
Ariel, Little Mermaid. Little Mermaid has a very special place in my heart. This is a movie that my younger sister watched endlessly when I was young. And we're about 10 years apart. So when she started watching this, I was about 16, 17. Me and my sister were very close. So I used to watch it with her a lot. It's to the point that I pretty much remember probably most, if not all, the lyrics to most of the songs in the movie. In terms of the casting here, obviously this has people up in arms. On one side, you have people that are celebrating the diversity and the choice that Disney made. On the other side, you got people who are upset because they feel that there's a virtual signal here. And then there's people in the middle, not all, but some people in the middle who feel that the choice, is, the changes that Hollywood makes to the, first of all, it's reboots. Reboots are just obviously getting very fatiguing. It seems like Disney is the only company that seems to have the best success rate when it comes to reboots. Obviously, movies like Aladdin, Beauty and the Beast, Cinderella, Lion King, I'm sure will do very well. I'm personally going to go see it. And Ariel, the Little Mermaid is going to do well despite what's going on right now. So Disney has a pretty good foothold. They pretty much have a better success rate than a lot of other companies when it comes to rebooting. However, here's the problem. As far as Halle Bailey goes, I don't know her from a hole in the wall. I think the question, you guys know me, I always say, if you're picking the best person for the part, so be it. So be it. Because let's all face it, by the end of the day, everyone's going to go watch this movie. And if she knocks it out the park, no one's going to care anymore. No one's going to care. If she goes out there and she belts the songs and she does a good job playing the role, I don't think anyone's really going to care at the end of the day. I understand where both sides are coming from. Obviously you have one side that wants to see more diversity. I want to see more diversity, but I want it to be earned. I don't want, I'm Puerto Rican, you guys know that. If I see a lot of Puerto Rican people getting casted in movies, I hope they're earning it. I don't want, because I'm very proud. I don't want handouts. You know what I mean? When it comes to doing things in life and jobs and stuff like that, I don't want anyone giving me handouts. I like to earn what I get. I'm hoping that that's the case for everybody. The problem here also, though, is there are some minorities that are very upset about this because they feel that there's a lot of, African-American culture. There's, I'm sure, Mexican culture and Puerto Rican culture. There's a lot of content out there that you could actually build new characters, new movies from these different cultures. And we're not getting that. And that is a problem. If you want diversity, then show true form diversity. Not only do you want to cast these minorities in roles, but why not cast them in new content? Right now, there is a problem with reboot fatigue in the industry. This is actually the perfect time to start making movies and TV shows with minority characters based on characters that exist in minority content. I'm sure there's a lot of fantastic African stories that you can build new worlds and new characters from. I'm sure if you go to Puerto Rico, you're going to find a lot of culture and stories or folklore where you can build new movies and new characters. That's my point. There's plenty of stuff out there, so why be lazy, reboot something, and then insert a minority to say you're being diverse when really you're just kind of giving them sloppy seconds? I mean, there's nothing earned there in terms of the popularity of the character. It doesn't need to grow organically. It doesn't need to impress anybody. It's already had a history of success. Now you're just changing, the color of the skin. So I think, I find it, hey, everyone's celebrating this diverse choice. Personally, I don't think there's anything to celebrate other than the young lady getting a part, because she obviously, I have no ill will towards her. I want her to have the best. I want her to perform well, and I hope she does. But as a minority, I don't see how this is progress in the entertainment industry. I would love to see more movies based on Puerto Rican characters and Puerto Rican lore, And this kind of segues into something else that I put in the title description. I removed it to make room for the Monsterverse at San Diego Comic-Con because we're going to talk about that in a few. before I wrote my book, that many of you, by the way, read and many of you have bought, and I appreciate that. I had come up with an idea I wanted to write my own comic book hero. And I had a thirst to write about a comic book hero that was, multicultural, And I came up with a character named Hiroshima Lopez. He was half Japanese, half Puerto Rican. And the name of my comic was going to be Hiro, Hiro. Obviously, I was being, my play on words. You guys know I love doing that. And I thought to myself, man, I really want to do this. And obviously, I didn't go through it. It's not that I'm not going to. It's still an idea in the back of my head. I still have a list of, a 3-part. I have like documents listing as characters and things like that, how he becomes a hero, what happens, things of that nature. But that was my creation. You know what I mean? If you take the time to sit down, and this is just me being natural. You guys know I'm not an SJW guy. I'm not this and that. But if you read my book, my main character is a female. The hero of my main story is a woman. And if you follow my story in the book, she grows from a little girl to a grown woman. She goes through hell to get to where she is. She's not given the powers or whatever. She earns everything from the time she's a little girl till she's a young woman. And she goes through hell. She gets her ass kicked. She gets, abused, tortured, all that stuff. And then she finally comes out on top. And that's how you should write characters, in my opinion. I'm not a professional. I'm just giving my opinion. I think any character, it doesn't matter if it's a woman or male, has to earn what you're representing to them, how you're representing them on screen. So I don't think that I'm all for diversity, but it has to be earned. And if you really, really, really want to show me you're being diverse, then come up with something original for said race. Go to Africa, learn about their culture, learn about their folklore, learn about their stories, and then come back and write a movie or a script for a show or something where it is an original piece based on another culture's history that you can star somebody diverse, somebody who earns the role, and now you have something new and fresh, and it's organic. It comes from the heart because you took the time to learn about it. Not take a story that's already been developed as a white character for many, many years and then just change the shade of the skin and say, hey, I'm diverse. Fuck out of here, man. It's bullshit. Come on. And it's so sad to see people fall for that. In my opinion, it's just sad. So, I wish her the best. I'm sure she'll do fine. She is in performing arts, so maybe she did earn it. Maybe a bunch of girls went in there, white, black, Indian, whatever, and she just came out and belted it out. But I don't think that solves the problem, in my opinion. I am a Spanish man. I would love to see more Hispanic representation. I want it earned. I don't want them to take a character and just slap on my skin color or a fucking Puerto Rican flag on it and say you're being diverse. Go take your ass on a fucking plane, fly to Puerto Rico, learn about my culture, learn about the history, learn about the folklore, then get your ass back to Hollywood and get to work. That's how it should be done. And then you're killing 2 birds with 1 stone. Not only are you being diverse, but now you have new content to share with the world. Instead of rebooting the same shit over and over and over. And then every now and then in a reboot, you'll change the color of the skin to try and win some fucking points. It's amazing how many people are cheering about this and nobody's asking the minorities how they feel about it. And then there's some minorities cheering about it who have no fucking idea that they're just using you to score moral points. So, that's how I feel. And I'm not going to lie, as a minority man, someone who, I'm Spanish, but as a minority man, I'm insulted by the choice. I'm insulted by the approach that Hollywood has taken when it comes to showing diversity. I'm not a fucking idiot. Make your fucking people work. Go learn about the fucking culture. Go learn about the fucking culture in Africa or any other fucking country you want to diversify with. Diversity is not changing the coat of the fucking paint. Diversity is learning about the fucking culture. Whew! I'm on fire right now. Oh, pardon me. It gets me mad talking about it. Like, I actually made a video the other day. I was gonna put it up on the channel the day that they talked about this, and I didn't because I'm like, you know what? This is too, like, it's too borderline political. But really, it's not, because this is going on in entertainment. It's not my fault that they decide to do this. I'm talking entertainment-related topic, but they're the ones who are making these decisions, and it's so blatantly clear what they're doing, and it's just, it pisses me off.
Thank you for watching E.T.N. Click here to watch more content. Don't forget to leave a comment. Also, make sure you like and share this video. If you want to know when the next video is up, click the notification bell next to the subscribe button. And most of all, make sure to click that subscribe button for regular content.